talk a little bit about resistance, too? I mean, this is a cruel system that you're describing, and one in which there is no relief within the white plantation household from anybody, presumably. Talk about resistance, resentment, and ultimately abolition.
At no point in American history or the history of slavery in this country did slaves not resist their enslavement. And we're accustomed to finding the evidence in the most obvious place, running away. And because the North had become one of the quote-unquote safe spaces. So running away remained critically important throughout the history of slavery. But only a minority ran away. So what happens to the others, to the 4 million who were there in 1860?
Although not all of those 4 million live on plantations, of course. We think about 20%.
Right, not all live on plantations, but whether you live on a plantation or you live in a city like Baltimore or Charleston, it's how you develop a politics of resistance, because resistance can't just happen and operate in a blank space. And so just as a master is trained to be a master, slaves have to be brought up to hold a politics of resistance. And I think that's the work of parents, and it's the work of the community. So you can't say to your children, well, go run away. Well, maybe some people did, certainly, or that we're going to organize a rebellion. That's you've learned that's not going to work so well, right? And if you want to live, and at the same time find some way to teach your children that they are human beings, always with the lesson that one day we're going to be free. I mean, that was always a part of the discourse, that one day we're going to be free. Then you have to teach them, to use an age-old and much muddied phrase, how to resist on a day-to-day basis. And that's not to try to make heroes of every slave, but it is to say that in order to survive, you can't survive by just being obedient. You have to carve out spaces and moments of resistance. And it may be breaking a dish, it may be breaking a hoe, it may be any of those day-to-day things that seem to us like, really? Is that the best you can do? But for a slave, that little best might mean a great deal.